Hey you guys, it's Patrice and I'm More Than Mom. I have my 2-week update for you guys, post-op tummy tuck and breast lift with augmentation. If you're new here, hi, I'm Patrice. I had abdominoplasty, again, tummy tuck and mastopexy with augmentation, breast lift with augmentation, 385cc silicone gel implants on January 17th, 2020. I am also a weight loss surgery patient. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy in March of 2016 was my date. Oh my God, I have to get this whole new intro together. March 21st, 2016 with Dr. David Buchan from Long Island Obesity Surgery in Huntington, New York. My highest weight was 235.6. My weight day of surgery was 215.6. And my weight as of this morning was 142. My lowest weight post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy was 122. That was almost a year ago now. That was a little low for me. My happy maintenance range is between 130, 135. As I said this morning, I was weighing in at 142, so I am a little bit above that right now. I'm still having a lot of swelling, you guys, which is what I'm going to talk about in this update. It's one of the things I'm going to mention in this update. So that's where I'm at right now. And I don't think I mentioned my plastic surgeon is Dr. David Pincus from Pincus Plastic Surgery in Smithtown, New York. So that I think is all of my stats. I'm 5'2.5", if you care. And yeah, let's just get into it. So the last time I saw you guys, I was 1 week post-op and still kind of in a fog. I was on a lot of medications still. And still in a considerable amount of pain and still not really fully standing up straight. So this week I'm feeling a lot better as far as all of that is concerned. Physically, I'm definitely feeling a lot better. There's been some other stuff that has come up this week that I'm gonna talk about. And yeah, so let's just get into it. I had my 1 week or 10-day post-op appointment on Monday. Today's Friday. And I had my drain taken out, hallelujah. So at least I am done with that. I'm really happy about that. There were no complications with that. It was pretty much putting out barely any fluid each day. So I was able to get that out pretty easily. Also, my surgeon cut and he removed all of my steri strips and that had not fallen off by themselves already. A couple of them had. And he cut out any stitches that were left. So most of my stitches were dissolvable stitches, and some of them are still there. You could see them, they will poke out and then they'll just kind of go away on their own. But a couple of them needed to be cut, specifically the one around my belly button had to be cut and removed. So my belly button has actually been I guess my biggest news of the week. That's been my biggest issue. Since the stitches were removed, it's been a little bit oozy. And just I don't know, it's not painful or anything like that. And I know that it's just the process of healing. My doctor took a look at it. I told him that it had been leaking even before he took the stitches out. It was leaking a little bit, but it's just kind of, I think, part of the process, as well as, it's kind of a natural hinge point for my waist. So just where I sit, when I move, when I bend, that my belly button is where kind of that bend naturally hits, so it moves around a lot, which I guess kind of reopens it on a regular basis. And so I think it's just going to take a little bit longer to heal, which is fine. I found these really cool bandages on Amazon. Target sells them too, but I found them for cheaper on Amazon that are sealing. I forget what exactly, I think they're called Hydro Seal or something like that. You can look them up, but I'll try to link them below if I remember. But they basically look like a clear plastic sheet, and then in the center they have a strip of Neosporin basically, or bacitracin ointment that just kind of naturally melts as it stays on the wound. And the clear tape on the edges is very sealing and waterproof. So you put it on and you actually wear it for several days before you take it off. That's what I've been using. I had one on for 2 days. I took it off this morning just so that I could take a shower, clean it out, and then you guys can kind of see where my belly button healing is out. But as soon as this video is over, I will go put a new one back on and again, leave that on for a couple of days and then just kind of continue that process until it heals all the way. So I'm trying to just leave it alone as much as possible, but my doctor really wanted me to keep it clean, you know, like wash it out really good and definitely keep it covered. So that's been my belly button. Swelling is still, my swelling game is still strong, you guys. I cannot fit my clothes from pre-op, which is like really a mind fuck. So like I said, physically this week I'm feeling better, but like emotionally this week has been really tough. Because I'm feeling physically better, I feel like I want to do more things, like get up and go to the supermarket, or, you know, go for a walk, or be more helpful around the house, like cook dinner. My family has been, you know, pretty much surviving on leftovers, freezer meals, and takeout, and I want to be able to like get back into my regular routine as much as possible, you know, or as much as I can at least. But that has been difficult for me. If I get up and I try to do more, you know, even though I feel okay maybe in the moment, in the next couple of hours or like the next day, I'm very swollen, very tired, very fatigued, and like have to remind myself to take it easy. So that has been a little bit rough, but again, it's more rough like emotionally than physically. It's not like a painful experience right now. I'm actually feeling pretty good as far as that goes, but it's just like, I just feel kind of useless, and that's been difficult for me. I actually purposely like went downstairs. You guys have probably seen it. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it, but I have like my little makeup closet. It's like the little Harry Potter closet under the stairs. I turned into my makeup room after we found out we were pregnant with my daughter, and I lost my makeup room, which like first world problem, seriously. But I went downstairs this morning to my little makeup space and like did my makeup for the first time in like, I don't know, months, because you guys know I've been out of work for a while for an injury, which just as an aside, thank God I got approved for that surgery. So I should be getting a date for that surgery sometime next week. And then be having that surgery sometime in the next couple of weeks or month or so. So I'm looking forward to that for my shoulder feeling better, because that's also been like a rough part of recovery, just like my arm not fully functioning how it's supposed to, and like wanting and trying to use my arms for support and to hold myself up or pull myself out of bed, things like that, so that I don't engage my stomach. And then I have a bum arm, so that's just been its own thing. But I put makeup on today to like purposely make myself feel emotionally better. So I definitely encourage you to do that. If you know, I think it's probably pretty easy to get like the post-surgical blues, especially if you don't go back to work right away. It can feel like you're really out of routine. So that's just how I've been feeling this week. I also am on day 3 of my cycle. Of course, that had to come this week. So those hormones are like messing with me, like mentally. So my kids were sick earlier this week too. My kids actually had to stay home. The 2 little ones had to stay home the first 2 days of the week because they were sick. So it's just been a rough and challenging week mentally. But other things that like you guys care about as far as these actual surgeries, I'm having like a tricky time finding the right binder. My doctor gave me 2 abdominal binders like to take home with me, but they're not my favorite. They're like just the generic like white surgical binders that have like 2 straps of Velcro. You wrap them around, you Velcro them on. But like I find they like bunch up in the middle in between the 2 like pieces of Velcro, like the 2 straps. And like they're just not very comfortable. They're not soft, obviously. I've been trying to wear a tank top underneath the binder so that I don't feel like the scratchiness of the actual binder, but excuse me, I've been trying to find something better and I'm having a hard time. I've ordered a few different ones from Amazon and like they've all just been a bust. I tried to get like the zipper one with like the straps. Another, you know, thing to just add to my stress level is like I ordered, you know, binders in a size small, saying like, oh my gosh, I was a small to even sometimes an extra small before surgery. Surely I'll still be a small. No. I even went up to a medium, and even that one like feels like it's sucking the life out of me. So again, just like the swelling and all of that is like really driving me crazy mentally. I tried to put on a pair of jeans yesterday that were size 4, which I should easily fit into. I used to be able to fit my big giant flap of a stomach into them. Couldn't even pull them up my thighs. So it's just been like, ugh. I know it's swelling, like logically I know it's swelling, but it still like messes with you when you feel like, you know, you got a surgery to like fix those areas and then they're not fixed like right away. So a tummy tuck, for those of you thinking about it, is definitely not like or any kind of plastic surgery, I would say, at least in my experience, is not like an instant gratification thing. You have to be prepared for, you know, that the surgery part is really just the beginning, and you still have quite a journey ahead before you get to where you maybe envision in your mind. So yeah, I'm still trying to find a binder. So if any of you have had this surgery before, and if you who are watching who've had it before, please leave me comments and suggestions down below. I really would appreciate it, because I just want to find one that is like comfortable, easy to put on, and is not like bunching up in the middle and like leaving a whole bunch of weird lines on my stomach. So that is that. My boobs they still, obviously you can tell from this video, and hopefully you have not been too distracted by them, because I certainly am constantly. I'm still getting used to them, but my boobs, if you haven't noticed, have definitely dropped a lot even since my last video. I have like this weird way that I'm able to tell like that they're dropping. When I first got them, like even last week when I did my 1 week post-op update, I could put like one finger, right, see my collarbone right here? I would put one finger like underneath my collarbone, and the other side of my finger was already touching the top of my implant. So now I can put like 3 fingers there before I'm actually like touching boobs. So I know that's really weird, but it's made me feel better, because they were like in my neck and I was like, oh my God, these look ridiculous. A couple of you even commented really, you know, politely that my boobs looked weird shaped. Whatever, I really don't give a shit, but like, you guys, they were just put in. They're gonna look a little weird shaped for a while, so sorry if they offend you. Most of you were really, really sweet, and I appreciate that. So they definitely have dropped even a little bit already so far, and I know they will continue to do so. But my boobs really have been like no issue. I've had no pain, no complications. The scars, I think, look already like ridiculously amazing and light. Even if they stayed exactly as they are right now forever, I would be fine with them. I think they look really good. Again, I still have I can feel my left nipple. I cannot feel my right nipple. My surgeon and a couple of you guys who heard me talk about it have said that that's very normal and that it will come back. So I'm not really worried about it. I don't really care. It's fine. But yeah, it is still numb. My skin is very dry. Oh, that's another thing I definitely wanted to touch on this week. My skin has been super dry, stretched, and itchy, like so itchy. And I'm trying so hard not to be scratching it constantly, because I know that that will just like damage the elasticity and the integrity of the skin even further and just like irritate it. So I'm just like constantly moisturizing. I'm actually right now using just like the regular like Lubriderm for dry skin, like unscented, all of that. And then I pour into it a couple of drops of bio oil and just rub that together, so that I don't like to use bio oil on its own. Like I just don't like the feeling of oil sitting on my skin, but when I mix it into lotion, it feels like more comfortable. I feel like it goes into the skin a lot better. And then I'm still getting the benefits of like the bio oil for like the stretch marks and I don't know, whatever else that stuff is supposed to do. It is what it is. I bought all the things, I'm using it, so we'll see if it helps. But yeah, my boobs are healing well. My abdominal stitch, like my incision on the bottom, again, the scar looks great. I think it's healing really well. It's not bothering me at all. I do have, I think last week I mentioned that like in my back on this side, there was like a hard like line, like it felt like in my back that felt like the shape of like the liposuction straw or whatever it is that they use for that. That is still there. So it's starting to like concern me a little bit as like, is it gonna go away? Because it's still like really firm. And I don't know if it's just like a misshape in the way that like the liposuction came out, if it's like a pocket of fat, I'm not really sure. I will mention it to my doctor. I forgot to mention it to him this last appointment. I will mention it to him when I see him again in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just like a weird thing in my back, and it's still really like, it feels really sensitive and bruised. So I'm sure it's swelling and it will go down, but it's just something that, again, I'm updating you guys, so I'm letting you know what's going on with me. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, I'm healing well physically, feeling pretty good. I slept in my bed for the first time last night. Big development. I've been sleeping in a recliner. That would be like my biggest recommendation post-op surgery, is to like have a recliner if you can, because I could not get comfortable in bed at all before last night. And even last night it was kind of iffy. It took me a while of like adjusting pillows and things like that to still feel comfortable. But like when I slept in the recliner, I was sleeping like a baby. So I would recommend, if you can, if you have access to a recliner, to have that available to you. But I'm excited that I was able to sleep in my own bed, and hopefully I can get back into that as a regular routine. So I will show you guys my body. I'm not wearing the bikini today. Like I said, I'm on my period and I just did not feel like putting on the bikini today. That's the honest truth. So I'm just wearing, I got these bras from Amazon. These I will link below. I love them. They are super, super comfortable. They came in a 2-pack. I forget how much they were. I think a 2-pack was like, I don't know, $18, something like that. It wasn't expensive, but they zip in the front. They are like a light sports bra material. Like I wouldn't be able to use these for actual like exercise, because like they're not very supportive, but they're supportive enough for post-op surgery, where they're like holding them in but not squeezing them. The bottom of it does not like rub on the incision at all, and they're just really comfortable. So this is one purchase I'm very happy about. Please help me out with finding an abdominal binder that I will be equally thrilled with if you can. So let me show you guys. Whoa, I almost just fell. I'm like sitting on a bench here. I have to just move it out of the way. Okay, let me show you guys. Whoa, that lighting is off. There we go. Okay, so this is my body 2 weeks post-op. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can tell, especially because I'm not wearing the same top. I was wearing the bikini top last week, but I do feel like my breasts have dropped a bit. I will show you guys the underneath so you can see the like incision. So you can see this redness here. That is like very scaly and scabby. It's just dry. It's so dry and like scratchy. But like the actual incision lines, I think, look pretty good. So, I mean, it's the same on this side. Yeah, it's just red, irritated skin. It's not as irritated as it looks. Like it's not bothering me right now, but it's just from being dry. And this is my stomach. So my stretch marks come up a lot darker on camera than they do in real life. In real life, they actually look like white, but the camera like shows them looking darker. So I'm assuming it's gonna do the same thing to my scar. But yeah, so this is what my scar is looking like right now. And again, on camera, it looks a lot darker to me, but even still, like, it doesn't look bad, I don't think. So actually, this is your guys' first time seeing my scar, because last week I still had the steri strips on. So this is where I'm at right now. This little pocket here where I was having the pain because the stretch marks were kind of pinched and the skin was kind of pinched is already starting to flatten out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's definitely better than it was. It is a little bunched there. That's a good angle. It is still a little bit bunched, but I think as the swelling continues to go down and it heals, it will definitely flatten out just fine. I don't know if you guys can notice, but I have noticed a bit of asymmetry, and this I did mention to my doctor, and he definitely wants to wait and see for like the swelling to come down. And it's not a huge deal, but I definitely notice it. So if you can tell, like this side comes out way more than this side. So I don't know, this side is like almost more hourglass shaped than this side is, but it's definitely like not symmetrical. I'm also like extremely swollen right now because I haven't been wearing my binder for like 45 minutes. I'm a very bad surgery patient. But yeah, you can definitely notice that I don't look exactly even on both sides. It almost looks like I'm leaning even though I'm standing up straight. So, and then this is the side where that back, like that, this is like a strip here. It's hard to tell there. Maybe from that angle you can tell, but there's like an actual like line here that is like hard and it hurts. So again, once that swelling goes down, I still have like swelling here and like, you know, just leftover fat from my butt cheek that needs to be worked out. But for the most part, for 2 weeks out, I ain't mad at it. I think she looks cute. And then you guys can kind of see here. Let me bring you guys closer. I don't want to gross you out, but I'll show you guys my belly button, which you can tell, you know, like he took the stitches out, and you can tell it still looks like, you know, it has some healing to do, but the stitches were like kind of holding this piece back, so now it almost looks like it's got like this little indent here, but again, with the swelling going down and all of that, and these are just marks from the bandage that I had on, but anyway, it will all get better. It will all get better. That's just what I have to keep telling myself. Time and patience. I have plenty of time. I have zero patience, but that is where I'm at right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My husband told me that I have to remember to tell you guys to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you didn't like it, let me know. Be honest, but also remind you guys to subscribe. I never say that on my videos, and he was like, you have to tell people to subscribe. They might not realize that they have to subscribe. So anyway, here's my reminder from courtesy of my husband to you guys. Please like this video and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with my surgery post-op journey. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.